I need Jesus. I'm guessing you need Jesus as well, otherwise you wouldn't be spending a couple minutes watching this video. However, what is our level of need, dependence? What is our appetite for Jesus? You know, Jesus himself was tempted by Satan when he said, turn those stones into bread. And Jesus says, man does not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the Father. What is your dependence upon the words that come from God? What is my dependence upon the words that come from God? I read his word. I spend time praying. Of course, I could always do more, so could you. But the reality is how dependent are we upon the words? And just this morning in my reading, I was in 1 Kings 17. Let me read this to you. Now Elijah, who is from Tishbe in Gilead, told King Ahab, as surely as the Lord God of Israel lives, the God I serve, there will be no dew or rain during the next few years until I give the word. Then the Lord, here's God's words, said to Elijah, Elijah, go to the east and hide by the Kerith Brook near where it enters the Jordan River. Drink from the brook and eat what the ravens bring you, for I have commanded to bring you food. So many of the stories of the Bible, I don't know about you, but I read them from the back end, realizing that, oh yeah, that all worked out. When God tells Elijah, hey, tell everybody that ain't gonna rain no more, and then you go hang out by this river, and don't worry about it, Uber Eats will show up in the form of ravens. And it says here, verse 5, so Elijah did as the Lord told him. And it all worked out. He camped there, just like he said. The ravens brought him bread and meat every morning, every evening. And he drank from the brook. And then the story doesn't end there. After a while, the brook dried up, and God gave him a new instruction. So as much as Elijah needed food and water, his literal sustenance and survival was based upon the directives of the Lord, which, by the way, were crazy. Illogical might be a better word. I need food, water, a whole lot of other things to survive. God knows that. God knows exactly what you and I need. Well, I want to help him all the time. I'm guessing you do too. I don't like his timing all the time. I'm guessing you don't either. The fact is, the words that come from the Father will direct us to exactly where he wants us to be and to exactly where he will provide for our needs. The reality for me is, I don't want to have to depend upon the Lord that much. But his word, his voice, his will, his leading will lead me to still waters, to every single, through mountains, through valleys, through every single thing. His voice will lead us, not only to keep us on the right path, but also to provide for every single need. Lord, help me depend upon your voice and obey, even when you tell me you're going to feed me by ravens. Thank you for your faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me.